Well, tonight launches week 3 of Battle of the Blades, and along with some great skating competition, we get to watch a very special guest. U.S. skating sensation Johnny Weir will perform, but before he does that, he's joined us here in studio. So nice to see you.
And you as well.
I have to think you must get a ton of invitations to perform. So why did you want to join Battle of the Blades and do it with the program?
Well, Sandra Bezic actually called me personally and said, Johnny, we'd love to have you on the show. And Sandra is a legend in the skating world.
Very persuasive, I would
think.
Very
persuasive, yes. And I have so many commitments now since the Olympics, and my popularity around the world has just been crazy. So I was happy when there was one weekend where I could squeeze this in. And it's Canada's huge show, and I wanted to be a part of it, just to lend my name and my support to my sport.
So can you give us a little preview as to what you'll be doing?
Well, tonight I'm just going to observe what's going on. I'm going to look pretty, basically, sit there and look pretty. And tomorrow, actually, I'm giving a special performance. It's only for Canada, only for Battle of the Blades, Just Dance with Lady Gaga.
Oh, well, it sounds like, because, of course, we know she's so shy, so I expect that it will actually be a showstopper. You know, the interesting thing, you probably know this about Battle of the Blades, I'm sure Sandra told you about it, it's great to see hockey players get their heads around figure skating. And some of them probably at the beginning think of it as a bit of a lark, but they end up taking it very seriously because they're fierce competitors, right? They want to win. Do you get that sense that this actually is taken quite seriously?
Well, I think anything that's on national television needs to be taken seriously. And you know, even though hockey and figure skating are so different, even though they both take place on the ice, there's that competitive nature in all of us. And I think when you tell somebody they can't do something, they're going to work that much harder to do it. So these hockey players that have spent years and years checking people and scoring goals, now they have to look beautiful and lift a girl. I mean, that's a whole new challenge, but they take it on so seriously, and I love that. I wouldn't want to watch it if it wasn't serious.
Well, you yourself, I mean, there's no doubt about it, you have this great showmanship about you, and you're fearless, but you're a very fierce competitor as well. I mean, you want to win. Ultimately, world domination is what you want, right?
Absolutely, and you can't be an athlete and compete at top levels at the Olympic Games, World Championships, if you don't want medals, if you don't want to win. And, you know, in saying that, there are only so many medals and victories to go around, so you have to kind of find your victories as you go. But of course, it's very fierce. We all want to kill each other when we're in that competitive moment, and then afterwards everyone's slapping each other on the back saying good job.
I'm sure you know this just from the Vancouver Olympics, that people were talking about, yes, of course, your skill on the ice as a skater on the world stage, but also, of course, the costumes, the panache, which is very much a part of what you bring to your performance. Was there ever any concern that that might get in the way of the judges appreciating your virtuosity as a skater? That I always thought judges, particularly in figure skating, are pretty conservative. Or are they coming around?
No, they're very conservative, and you can see that with my 6th place at the Olympic Games in Vancouver. I felt that I was much better than a 6th place, and there's so many politics in figure skating that not everyone's privy to, not everyone will understand. Certain countries vote for their skaters, and then there are deals for this skater and that. It's all very confusing. So at the Olympics, I gave the 2 best performances of my entire career. I had the entire world standing up and cheering me on, and that was my victory. You know, judges be damned.
You
that
won.
Was my victory.
In your heart and in your head, you won.
Exactly, and in the heart of my fans and everyone watching their TVs around the world in their pajamas.
Yeah. Oh, we could all watch TV all the time in our PJs. Now, you're taking a year off, right, from competition. What's the thinking? What are you doing?
Well, you know, since the Olympics, and because people were so supportive of me, I have a book, I've got television offers coming through, I have a song, I've got skating shows around the world. I was in Japan for about a month in the summertime. I was in China, I'm going to Australia. I mean, the world is so open to me and such an oyster. I wanted to have a year when I could sit back and really do all of these things, have a fashion line, have a jewelry line, a perfume line, and explore all of these projects that if I was still competing this year, I wouldn't be able to explore. I'm
sure as well. There are lots of people who look up to you because you're outspoken, you're fearless, as well as your athleticism. As you watch these stories that have been making headlines in recent weeks about bullying, particularly bullying against gays, young teens, people want to hear what you have to say. What's your message to people, particularly when there are these prominent folks stepping forward, trying to raise awareness about tolerance and how this is hateful? So what's your message?
Well, for me, I've been bullied since I was a little kid. I'm
Right.
from a tiny village in the middle of Pennsylvania, and you know, you get bullied for not living on a farm, and then you bully the kids that do live on farms. And I mean, you grow up being bullied and being hated for whatever reason. And as I've become more well-known and a world figure and a figure skater, I'm a bit outrageous at times. Having all of that, I've had to grow a very thick skin because people aren't accepting of the things that make us human, the things that make us special. And you know, I can't say, you know, you have to be as strong as I am, because somebody could, I mean, just yesterday, somebody thought I was a woman going into a bathroom, and they yelled at me to go into the other bathroom. So I pointed at myself and I said, hombre, I'm a man. And, you know, I just deal with it as it comes, and I wish people would have that strength to just kind of let it slide off their back and not have these huge, life-changing, you know, ideas of committing suicide or, you know, changing yourself or boxing yourself up and never showing yourself. Because these things that make us different, whether you're gay, whether it's your skin color, you know, that's what makes us human, and that's what makes it special to be a human, is that we have the ability to be so different from our neighbor, and everyone needs to love. It's 2010. Love everyone.
Wise words for sure. Great to see you. Nice to talk to you. And
You
we'll
as
be
well.
watching Battle of the Blades.
Great.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thank you.
American figure skater Johnny Weir, of course, you can see Battle of Blades tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on CBC television.